You two are getting kind of big also. Yep. And you, little buddy, without the tail. You just come running every time I walk out that door in the morning. I can't do anything until I give you feed. You just stand there in the door looking at me. You might be the keeper. Good morning from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Friday. I'm in short sleeves. It's like 65 degrees. Of course, that was an hour ago, so it's probably, I don't know, might be close to 70 degrees today. What's today's date? I have no idea. Never ask me what the date is. Like the 14th? 16th? I have no clue. It's a Friday, I do know that, because it's trash day. And that's what I was doing this morning, picking up trash. I got it out of that pile that's in my front yard, you know, chipping away at that little by little. And so, yeah, I didn't film that. I got the chickens all taken care of, blah, blah, blah. But right now, I'm going to visit my new cabin. Hopefully take some pictures, take some measurements, do a little dreaming. I also need to pick up the keys and a packet with more information. And on the way there, I'm going to see a guy about some cement. So that'll make today's trip worth it. There's some beautiful scenery on the way to Greenwood, and so hopefully I'll be able to capture a little bit of that and share it with you. And then when I get home, who knows what's going to happen. So see you in a bit. I made it. This time I own it. Oh, it's hard to see my viewfinder here because of the sun. But there she is. 14 feet across by 30 feet long with a 4-foot front porch. Woohoo! And I've already done all my measurements. Just so I can get a feel for the layout. There's not much planning in a small space like this. Bathroom will probably go against that back wall. I don't know if I'll put the wall, have the back door open up into the bathroom. I don't know. There's something to be said for that idea, but probably not. That'll just be a little entranceway and then have the bathroom off to the right. And I wanted to measure this corner especially to see how far it was from the corner there to this window. And that should be wide enough. I forgot how many inches it was, but that'll be wide enough to put a bathroom there. And then well, that wall coming out to, you know, that stud next to the door, and that might be where I put the kitchen then, and that window would be basically in the corner. So I'd have cabinets along the wall and then cabinets along this wall. And anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's not even delivered. I haven't figured out the foundation yet, and oh, but it's still good to dream. There really is no loft in this. It's not one of those types of sheds, so yeah, really no room up there to do anything with other than put insulation. Above the porch, there's a little bit of an area there, but it's kind of crowded in by the rafters and stuff. So I don't think that will be much use either. I'll probably just, probably just put a ceiling and close that off. Well, not completely close it off. You want air movement going out that vent there so you don't get condensation and stuff. But yeah, I've got a cabin, folks. I've got a cabin. Let's go around the back and look at the back door. Okay, here's the back side of it. It's kind of a light olive green color, which, hey, it might match my chicken's eggs one of these days. And then the trim is kind of a brown. One thing, I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but this was built in April of this year. So it was built in April, and the people that ordered it never had it delivered. So it has just been sitting in a lot that whole time since April. So yeah, it's new. It's new. You can still see there's some plastic still on the windows. I'm sure that was for painting purposes. And yeah, a few of the windows have that hanging on. So yeah, this is brand new, built in April, never delivered, just been sitting on a lot, and I got it for a little bit more than half price. I could not be happier. Could not be happier with this. It's like perfect. And of course, Doug and Ashley from out in the country were the ones that found the listing on Facebook for me. How cool is that? Okay, I could probably gawk at this all afternoon. And I was the salesperson. I told them I was going to come take a look at it today and get some measurements. And they're like, yeah, might as well just put a couch in there and stay for a while. I'm like, yeah, and I'll bring one of my extra roosters to help guard it. Anyway, good, very good company to deal with. The salesperson was top-notch and quick and knew their stuff, and so yeah, I'm just so happy. They just have it sitting on wood blocks here, and the skids, there are some some wear and tear on the skids, but you would expect that. I think it's been it has been sitting on this lot the whole time. I think it went from one lot to another lot and then ended up here, but I will take it. And as soon as I can get my act together on clearing trees and putting up a foundation, hopefully they can get it delivered to me. Okay, it looks like they use 2x6s on the ceiling crossbars. That's good. The one thing that my relative suggested was putting, I don't know what they call them, some type of connector there from the trusses to the top of the wall there. And so I would want to do that on each of the trusses on both sides. And those are like, I think he looked at Lowe's for me and said they're like 50 cents each. So it's just like a little metal bracket thing that you nail into place. And you know, for high wind, stuff like that, that's just a good idea to have that done. But other than that, he really liked the construction, the 2x6s used for the trusses and the crossbars, and 16 inches on center for the walls. They even doubled up in some spaces that they probably didn't need to put two 2x4s. That one right there and that one right there. Well, unless they're probably built anyway. Anyway, also doubled up under the windows, and this was definitely built more like a tiny cabin than it is a shed, and I really like that. So the door is a nice metal door with a nice window in it, and it's got a good seal at the bottom. So I can't wait. I might just hang out here all day dreaming. No, I've got an appointment to go see a man about some concrete. And yep. Okay, I just got home and I was invited over to learn how to clean crappie. And he might even give me some too. So, yep, I gotta keep honing my skills for that day when I do go fishing and catch a bunch of fish. So, yep, I'm gonna do that. So, that might be it for today. Take her easy, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you, if not tomorrow, the day after. Definitely tomorrow. I gotta talk about politics. I don't have to, but I'm gonna later. All right, he sent me home with I don't know, a few pounds of crappie, and I didn't do so well. My hands were still shaky today. That happens when I drive, which I was driving for a couple hours. So yeah, when I'm using my hands a lot on the steering wheel, then later in the day it comes back to get me. So I didn't do so well on the cleaning them, but yeah, I got more crappie than I need. Hey Drew, you need any crappie? Hit me up. Take her easy, everybody.